Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching Boom, the political vigilante making Gotham great again. Well, I've always tell you, you guys got to get involved. And while we discuss on this show that electoral politics, there's a lot to be desired there. The reason why I vote in every election is because of ballot measures or initiatives or whatever. Each state calls them something slightly different, but these are very critical. I think these are in some ways more important than trying to get this politician or that politician. I don't have a lot of faith in the Republicans or Democrats. I don't think you can reform those two parties from within, but we've had real legit legislation that have made things better by passing ballot measures. So the one I wanted to bring up here, and I'll share the screen with you guys, that's coming up that's important, is these two antitrust bills. Antitrust bills S2992 and S2710 in a matter of weeks. So this is very important. And I'll just read it right here. Big tech giants are violating our rights and undermining our democracy. And because they abuse their monopoly power to stifle competition, many of us don't have other choices. Unfortunately, U.S. Congress has finally introduced legislation to put people back in control of tech. Tell your elected officials to pass antitrust reform legislation and stop big tech from dominating our lives. And to talk more about this, I wanted to bring on the show host of Get Your News On with Ron, ladies and gentlemen, Ron Placone.
What's up, Graham? Yeah, so thanks for talking about this. So right now there's two bills that are floating around out there in the Senate that it seems like it has the momentum to pass. Now, big tech is spending a lot of money to kind of throttle these two bills, and I'll kind of briefly go over what they are. The one is referred to as OMA, which stands for Open Apps Market Act. Now, what that does is for alternative apps and independent apps, they have to pay these incredible fees and commissions to places like Google and Apple. Well, mainly Google and Apple. They have to pay these exorbitant fees just to exist there. And Google and Apple often can kind of dictate which software works on your devices. This policy changes that. It takes away those fees, so it's easier for alternative apps to compete. It's easy for alternative apps to exist, and it allows the consumers to decide which software they want to work on their devices. So it kind of democratizes that whole thing. The other thing is referred to as ACOA. It stands for the American Innovation and Choice Online Act. Now, what this is, big platforms, in particular Amazon, what they'll do, say you're searching for something, Amazon will show you their products and services first before anything else, and they'll favor their products and services around other independent vendors. What else will they do? They will feed you other products and services, of course, just ones that are theirs, based on the data they harvest from you. This reins that practice in. This says, hey, look, you are such a dominant big tech platform. You got to just show all the vendors and just treat it equally and let consumers make their own decisions. So this is important antitrust legislation. Big tech is spending a lot of money to try to stop these bills, and they're making up all kinds of nonsense. They're saying, "Oh, this will affect your Amazon Prime. You don't want that. This will affect Google Maps." No. This doesn't take away any of the services that these big companies want to do. That's their choice. What this does is it stops some of their monopoly behavior. So these are actually two really good pieces of antitrust legislation. Do they solve all of our needs and digital rights? Of course not. No one piece of legislation is going to do that. But this is a step in a very, very good direction. So please, everyone, go to antitrustsummer.com. That's antitrustsummer.com and sign the petition now. Chuck Schumer has said we're going to have a vote on this thing the week of June 20th. But, you know, these politicians, they say they're going to have a vote, and then something comes up. They just don't do it. So please keep the pressure on. The momentum's here. They have the votes. We got to get this done. Antitrustsummer.com.
So if you look right here on the screen, I put the link to the website right there below us. So antitrustsummer.com. Go there, sign the petition, and let your lawmakers know how important this is, because this is a step in a big direction. We talk about how important preventing big tech censorship. It's why I'm a big advocate of Panquake. So check this out. Ron, thank you so much for coming on to talk about this, my friend. And where are we going on tour?
We're going on tour. First of all, I'm going to be in Iceland for the Reykjavik Fringe at the end of this month. You can get tickets at romplacone.com. I'll be performing June 28th and June 30th out in Reykjavik. And then Graham and I are going to be in the Northwest at the end of July. July 28th, Portland, Oregon. July 29th, Seattle. And July 30th, Vancouver, British Columbia. romplacone.com or grahamelwood.com for tickets. And after you get your tickets, go over to antitrustsummer.com, sign that petition.
Right on. Thank you so much, dude. Thanks for coming on the show, folks. Get involved, sign the petition, and we'll see you in the Pacific Northwest in July. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom.